Dear
Sony.
You are a bitch nigga. Wait, hold up. Dear
Sony.
You are a bitch ass nigga. I heard the mall is hiring extra security to protect you. That's a bitch move, Santa. I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe.
Alright, now let me start off by saying that I don't want this channel to be focused on hating on things like just in general. I think like it's boring and also just, well, because there's already enough hatred in this world, man. I don't want to be adding on to that. But in cases like these, I think it would be best to occasionally air out my grievances. Now, let me just ask you something. Just pose just a random question, alright? Does this scare you? No? It doesn't? Good. But apparently it is very scary to Sony that they want to end the production of physical game discs by January. And I am not a big fan of it at all. Now, Sony made a recent statement on their blog post on July 1st saying that by January of 2028, the production of physical game discs will end, like completely, for the PS5 and the PS6 and moving forward. So a completely digital only future. Now,
Why?
according to the same blog post again, there's more of a general preference for digital games and also, I guess, digital media in general over the physical ones. So they're following the trend, and as a result, they're going to be following where all that money is going. Now, I am not a huge fan of it, like, at all. This sucks. Now, let me preface this by saying that I do typically own more digital games than I do physical copies. However, I still like being able to own my game, like being able to have like a tangible like version of something that I own, right? And also just like collecting like the little game cases and whatnot, the box arts and shit. It adds to like a nice little like collection. There we go. It adds to a nice little collection. And I also grew up with the PS3 and also had the PS4 and obviously had the PS5. Seeing this gradual like shift to, I don't know what you call it, but just seeing this gradual shift to anti-consumer practices and whatnot, it kind of breaks my heart to see it. It really does. I'm not like a glazer of Sony or PlayStation in general. I think that whole console war shtick is stupid, but just seeing this, it kind of also just signifies that there's no competition for Sony. They don't have a reason to pull their heads out of their asses and whatnot. It's just lock in, bro. Now, you might be thinking, well, it's not that bad. Just buy the digital games. Duh. Easy fix. But no. Hey, did you know that you don't own the game, like, that you bought digitally?
Huh?
Yes, you heard me right. The game that you bought digitally with your hard-earned cash, you don't actually reserve the right to own it. You are buying it was essentially renting out a license to play the software. That is pretty much the simplest way I can go about explaining things. When you buy something digitally, you are not buying something for ownership. You are buying the license to play the software that can be revoked anytime, by the way, which is not good. It is not good at all, because at any point in time, Sony can just kind of revoke that license and just say, fuck you. Keep in mind, this is also coming from the same company that has removed like a little over 500 movies and TV shows from, the same platform without giving their customers a refund at all. What's also funny about this situation as well is that PSN went down, like the servers went down shortly after that they made that announcement. So, which also kind of begs the question, are we meant to trust this company who wants to make a digital-only gaming platform, but they don't have good server stability or security? Because Sony and PlayStation servers kind of have a extensive history of being hacked. Why are we meant to trust this company who wants our money, wants to get rid of, physical media in general for their consoles, for the PS5 and also going forward with the PS6? Why are we meant to trust them? After they made that statement, so keep in mind, this is all on July 1st, they went quiet for, I believe, a few weeks, and I think also for like almost a month too. So after making the most controversial statement ever on the internet, they went quiet, ignoring all the backlash on the internet and all that stuff. They broke silence like at least a few days ago in early August. And you would think that they would listen to the feedback and would try to find a way to ease the people who are angry, right? Or at least maybe think about reversing their choice. But nope. They decided to double down on their choice and will continue forward on the gradual halt of the production of game discs by January of 2028.
Tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care. Jerry.
So not only is the PS5 affected by this, as I've said before, but even the PS6 as well. Now, was there a reason that they'll continue forward with their choice? Why, yes, there is. Lin Tao, who is the CFO of Sony, believes that let me see here, that the backlash will not negatively impact their sales. Furthermore, she goes on to add on by saying that they will cautiously move forward with their plans, whatever the fuck that means. So let me get this straight. After making one of the most controversial statements on the internet, ignoring the outrage and criticism and all that jazz from other people online, they went quiet for a whole month, right? And it broke silence by just saying, we have listened to the feedback of other players and other people. However, we do not care. We don't give a shit. It's pretty fucking diabolical. Not only are, other content creators, like people who are bigger than me, right? Like they're also angry about this too. But people like you and me, regular people, regular folks who just want to relax and chill after like a long day of work or a bad day at school or some other shit like that. Regular folks, the people who have helped build Sony's reputation, right? They're just getting fucked over, which sucks, honestly. Now, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is kind of like a very new format that I'm doing. I'm just kind of experimenting with a whole bunch of bullshit, just seeing just what works for me. It's still kind of awkward, so yeah. I also recommend that you guys check out Game Theory's video on this situation, as it does do a much more of a deep dive on this topic.